Top 10 gangster movies that are based on reality. 1. Zero Dark 30. Catherine Bigelow's unrepeatable masterpiece is not only called one of the best action movies of the 2010s, but also one of the best movies based on reality, stunning and admirable. In fact, this film narrates the 10-year effort of the CIA to find Osama bin Laden. Although the character played by Jessica Chastain is not a documentary at all, the other events and characters of the film are completely based on reality. 2. Rain Man. The film Rain Man tells the true story of Charlie Babbitt, starring Tom Cruise, a car salesman who realizes he has lost his father. Charlie's father has left a $3 million inheritance for his son, despite the fact that he never treated him well. However, there is an interesting problem. Charlie realizes that he has to share this capital with a brother named Raymond who he never knew existed. Although Charlie initially decides to visit Raymond only for a short visit, the two brothers' encounter begins a journey that strengthens their newly formed relationship. 3. Eat, Pray, Love. This movie is based on the true memories of Elizabeth Gilbert, a woman who makes a big decision after divorcing her husband. After realizing that she can't continue with her husband, Elizabeth decides to embark on a big trip to visit all the interesting places in the world. His journey ranges from the joy of cooking in Italy to the pursuit of worship in India. 4. The Pursuit of Happiness. Chris Gardner is a successful millionaire these days. But his life is full of hard days, and the story of all the real events of Mr. Gardner's life is depicted in the movie The Pursuit of Happiness, which can be one of the best movies in the world based on reality. Although this movie looks uncomfortable for the audience in many minutes, but thanks to its emotional and attractive ending, it will remain in the viewer's mind forever. 5. Moneyball. The movie Moneyball is based on a book of the same name that was published in 2003. Although the true story of Billy Beane's success as manager of the Oakland A's doesn't seem appealing to viewers who don't know much about baseball, Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill's stunning performances make this movie a worthy title based on a true story. Moneyball tells the story of Billy Beane's working days, the manager of a baseball club on a historic downfall. But Mr. Bean takes a creative initiative to save his club. 6. The King's Speech. The Best Picture Award and the Academy Award for Best Actor are just some of the accolades of The King's Speech. This movie tells the true story of the life of one of the most distinguished kings of England. George VI, played by Colin Firth, is chosen as the new King of Britain after his brother abdicates in the most unexpected way possible. But the new King of Britain has a big problem: he stutters. So Elizabeth, wife of George VI, finds an Australian speech therapist who can help the British monarch overcome his stammer. 7. Out of Africa. This film is based on the memoirs of Baroness Karen von Blixen, known as Isaac Dinesen. Isaac Dinesen was one of the Danish aristocrats who immigrated to the African continent after buying a coffee farm in Kenya. The Danish lady, played by Meryl Streep, met an American hunter, played by Robert Redford, in Kenya, and this acquaintance was the beginning of a romantic relationship. The movie Out of Africa has become one of the best movies based on reality thanks to the spectacular scenery, Meryl Streep's charming performance, and of course the presence of Radford. 8. Julie and Julia. A comedy full of good feelings based on a true story and starring Meryl Streep. This film is based on Julie Powell's daily blog, a cook who decides to cook the dishes featured in Mastering the Art of French Cooking by Julia Child. If you are into cooking, this movie will thrill you enough. Because it has collected pictures of the cooking of 524 French dishes along with the admirable performance of Meryl Streep. 9. Ray. Ray Charles should be considered one of the geniuses of black music. He found his way in the music industry, beat racism and overcome challenges related to his blindness. That is why he is today called one of the most beloved and admired black musicians in history. Jamie Foxx did a good job of playing the role of Ray Charles in the movie Ray and eventually won the Academy Award for Best Actor. 10. Wild. The movie Wild is also based on the true story of Cheryl Strayed's life, the story of a woman who, after facing a huge amount of conflicts, from the death of her mother to being separated from the man who could be her husband, decides to go on a long journey. He walks the 1,100-mile Pacific Crest route on foot and leaves a fascinating and memorable journey in the most difficult days of his life. Reese Witherspoon stars in a movie based on Cheryl Strayed's published memoir.